He was loved by millions and hated by millions more. To some, he was a fearless revolutionary. To others, a ruthless dictator. For over 50 years, one man stood against the world's most powerful nation and survived. This is the story of Fidel Castro. Fidel Alejandro Castro Ruz was born in 1926 in rural Cuba. His father was a wealthy sugar plantation owner. His mother had once worked as a servant. From the beginning, Fidel lived between two worlds, wealth and poverty, privilege and struggle. At school, he was intelligent, outspoken, and fiercely competitive. But it was at university that his true passion emerged: politics. Cuba in the 1940s and 50s was ruled by corruption and inequality. In 1952, General Fulgencio Batista seized power in a military coup. Elections were canceled. Freedom disappeared. Fidel believed words were no longer enough. He believed revolution was the only answer. In 1953, Fidel led an attack on the Moncada barracks. The mission failed. Many rebels were killed. Fidel was captured and put on trial. In court, he delivered a speech that would echo through history. "History will absolve me." He was sentenced to prison, but his ideas were now alive. After 2 years, Fidel was released and sent into exile. In Mexico, he met a man who would become his closest ally, Che Guevara. Together, they planned a revolution. In 1956, they returned to Cuba on a small boat called the Grama. Most were killed on landing, but the survivors escaped into the mountains. The revolution had begun. From the Sierra Maestra Mountains, Fidel led a guerrilla war. They were outnumbered, outgunned, but they had the support of the people. By 1959, Batista fled Cuba. Fidel Castro marched into Havana, victorious. The revolution had won. Fidel promised a new Cuba. Land was taken from the rich and given to the poor. Education and healthcare became free. Literacy spread across the nation. To his supporters, he was a hero who gave dignity to the poor. To critics, he was tightening his grip on power. Castro's Cuba turned to the Soviet Union. The United States responded with hostility. In 1961, U.S. backed forces invaded Cuba at the Bay of Pigs. They failed. 1 year later, the world stood on the edge of nuclear war, the Cuban Missile Crisis. For 13 days, humanity held its breath. Fidel Castro ruled Cuba for nearly half a century. There were no free elections. Opposition was crushed. Thousands fled the country. Yet, despite economic hardship and global pressure, Castro remained in power, defying predictions, plots, and over 600 assassination attempts. Fidel Castro died in 2016 at the age of 90. He left behind a divided legacy, a symbol of resistance, a symbol of repression. Was he a liberator or a dictator? Perhaps he was both. But one truth remains: Fidel Castro changed Cuba and the world forever.